Great Eagle. And a repeater bolt thrower. And how many white lions?
15.
15 white lions.
High mage.
With the high mage.
20 spears.
20 spears.
And 20 Phoenix Guard with an Archmage.
Archmage.
And then 35 Sea Guard with my Battle Standard Bearer. Another bolt thrower, 5 Dragon Princes, and there's an eagle hidden back there.
Sweet. Alright. Flash.
Okay.
Alright. So we got the Plague Catapult, a Hell Pit Abomination. We got 35 Plague Monks with a Plague Priest. We got 20 Slaves, 30 Clan Rats with hand weapon shields. We got 25 Storm Vermin with the Battle Standard Bearer and the Warlord on a War Litter. The attached Doom Wheel, Doom Flare. And then we got 20 more Slaves, 30 more Clan Rats with hand weapon shield. 27 Plague Monks with Plague Priest on a Furnace. 10 Plague Sensor Bearers and a Warp Lightning Cannon for fun. Cool. And let's see, roll the dice, who gets to go first? You get the +1. High Elves, first turn. Excellent. Skaven advance. Get 7 power dice for the magic. Fail to cast Plague, fail to cast Vermintide, misfire with the Plague Catapult, and fail to win the Eagle with the Warp Lightning Cannon. Perfect. Recording. So I have Eagle moved up there.
So we sent some Eagles up the flanks.
Eagle over
just
there.
Neaten things up to meet the oncoming wave. Got 7 power dice and managed to shield the White Lions with Shield of Sapphire. Everything else got dispelled. And I managed to kill 4 Plague Monks with my shooting. So altogether an unproductive turn also.
Excellent. Alright. So general order to advance. Magic came up
Fantastic.
6 power dice. I irresistibly forced cast Plague, which killed half the Spearman unit and almost half the Sea Guard unit. And the result, my miscast was 1 wound on my Plague Priest. Shooting saw another 4 Spearmen and 2
Phoenix Guard.
2 Phoenix Guard die from the Plague Catapult and an overshot from the cannon at the Eagle. Okay, on to your turn too.
Start
recording. So
we started by assaulting the war machines with my Eagles. One of them took out the catapult. The cannon, we pushed, but I did take a wound. So that'll keep going. I also had a few fake charges with my Phoenix Guard and my Dragon Princes, since they were going to get attacked next turn anyways. At least managed to make the slaves all run away and clear up everything. I got a fulminating flame cage off on the furnace. Did a couple wounds. Killed about 5 monks total. And other than that, my magic and my shooting was completely worthless again.
Cool. Good. Alright, so Plague Monks charged the flank of the Dragon Princes. They were automatic charge because they were too short. The Plague Furnace charged the Sea Guard. They stand a shot, did nothing, but the Flame Cage killed a whole bunch, and I failed my charge. The other Plague Monks tried to charge the White Lions, failed the charge, but the Abomination was able to get exactly what he needed to get into combat with the White Lions. Both of the slave units rallied, and that was movement. Everything else was moved up in the center. Magic saw Blessed with Filth being cast. Then he cast Plague, which went off irresistibly, only killed 3 and a couple of wounds on the Phoenix Guard, and then killed himself and a whole bunch of monks. No shooting, hand to hand, saw 3 guys die from my Sensor Bearers as they annihilated 4 of the Dragon Princes and failed to run them down. The Abomination was awesome. Took 2 wounds and killed 15 14 white lions?
13.
13 white lions.
And take only 2 wounds itself.
Took only 2 wounds. And we had the eagle put a wound on the cannon, but they hung around. Excellent. Okay. Okay.
Alright, so the Phoenix Guard charged forward to get out of, be basically only in combat with 1 unit instead of 3 or 4. The spears came up to help be a little bit of a roadblock as the Sea Guard reformed into combat formation. We then shot everything we had at Plague Mucks to try to keep the furnace from being able to move, and only managed to kill 2. 3. So there's still 7 left, so it can still move. Slowly, but it can still move. Magic, I managed to get Flaming Sword of Ruin and a Fulminating Flame Cage down on my 8 dice, which helped. I managed to kill 6 Storm Vermin in close combat.
6 Storm Vermin.
And they are now effectively immobilized, except they're Skaven, so they'll kill themselves anyways. Over here, my 2 white lions are dead, but despite 7 attacks against the mage, he survived and made his leadership, so he's still holding the abomination in combat. And over there, we both did a wound, so they're both almost dead. They both have 1 wound left.
And we have the eagle that moved, hopped over here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Alright, so Censer Bearers charged into the bolt thrower. The toughness test killed the bolt thrower and it overran, but I lost 3 of my own in my own toughness test. The furnace failed to charge yet again. They held still, the planets held still, did not be suffered from the flame cage. They were in combat. The Doomflayer charged in to the Phoenix Guard. The Clan Rats charged into the spears, but held. The Plague Monks failed to charge. The Bolt Thrower, the Abomination finally wiped out the Mage. The Slaves charged into the combat with the Eagle, but the Eagle and the War Machine killed each other. And these slaves turned to face the Eagle. Magic, I failed to cast my first spell, so it was over. And that's it. Excellent. Okay.
Okay, so no movements were available because everybody was in combat, except the Eagle did charge into the rear of the Storm Vermin and proceeded to get pincushioned. In the Magic phase, the Wizard got a ton of dice, threw everything in a crazy attempt to miscast for a large area of effect damage and managed to kill all the Phoenix Guard. A couple that survived got cut down instantly, and then he survived but got run down when he lost combat. Over here, the Battle Standard Bearer cut down the guys with flails there, and the spears mopped everything else up, and they reformed to accept the charge. And any other time I would have surrendered, but I wanted to see how this turns out.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, looks good. And the mage did die to the Abomination.
The mage died to the Abomination last turn, which let me get 1 wound on it with the Bolt Thrower.
Excellent. Alright, so the monks died last turn, right? Yeah, monks died when that So the furnace tried to charge, stand and shot, because it was only movement 2, so I was in range to be stand and shot. Killed 2 guys, which was enough to drop its movement down to 0, so it can't move. So it failed to charge. My Clan Rats, with the help of the Doomflayer, wiped out the Spearmen and ran them down. And the Plague Monks failed to charge the Bolt Thrower once again. And the Abomination beat feet over to the Sea Guard unit. And that's it. Recording.
Alright, so the Sea Guard in the final last stand turned to face the Abomination, tried to shoot out the Plague Monks to at least take out the unit, and left 1 standing. Which is sad. But the Bolt Thrower did manage to put 1 wound on the Abomination.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
There you go.
Alright, so the Plague Monks finally charged the Bolt Thrower.
Only because they didn't have to roll and couldn't fail.
Only because they didn't have to roll. The Abomination was successful in making it into combat. Fended off the great weapon attack, but the spears brought him down before he could actually do his damage. And that's where the game ends. The Skaven victory. There we go.